On this dramatic episode of Armchair Classics, we'll put down our nerd books and take a stroll over to the theater to see a production of Sophocles' great play, The Ajax. For context, Sophocles used to be a general back in the day before he took to playwriting, and the height of his playwriting career also happened to be the height of the Peloponnesian War. More on that over here. Throwback. So Sophocles' Athenian audience would have been very familiar with war, and also much of his audience would have been soldiers themselves. Keep that in mind as we begin The Ajax. Well, actually, before we do that, we need more context for our context. Remember Achilles' sweet armor from the Iliad? Yeah, well, he died, and because the Greeks were so good at this whole respecting the dead thing, there was a competition to see who would get it. Ajax thought that he deserved to win because he was kind of the strongest, and also kind of Achilles' number 2 BFF after poor Patroclus, but he was disqualified from the whole competition thing on account of being super dead. So what ended up happening was that Odysseus sort of tricked the Greek generals into giving the armor to him instead. Well, that shouldn't be that bad. I mean, we know for a fact that these Greeks are generally reasonable, level-headed dudes, right? Oh, Christ, here we go. We open up to Athena yucking it up with Odysseus about how Ajax was so pissed he set out to straight up murder Agamemnon, Menelaus, and Odysseus over the armor. But suddenly, at the last minute, Athena made him hallucinate that a bunch of farm animals were the droids he was looking for instead. Needless to say, it didn't turn out very well for the cast of Animal Farm. So, while Ajax has masterfully prepared tomorrow's lunch, he feels ashamed for having been both deceived by Athena and swindled by Odysseus. He shouldn't feel too bad though, since that's kind of what they do, but you know. Ajax's wife Tecmessa shows up and pleads with him not to do anything rash because in ancient Greek shame culture, your worth was directly tied to what others thought of you. She worries that Ajax is going to kill himself and abandon her son just to protect his honor. Ajax promises that he won't kill himself, and literally minutes later, runs off, gives a beautiful speech, and kills himself. Also, note that Ajax's dead body stays on the stage for the entire second half. Speaking of said second half, it basically boils down to Agamemnon, Menelaus, and Ajax's son Teucer arguing over whether or not to bury the body of their fallen comrade. Menelaus and Agamemnon say that he should be dishonored and left unburied on the principle of being assholes. Teucer wants to bury him because that's kind of what you do? So heads are butting and tensions are rising when, audible gasp, Odysseus shows up. He argues that even though Jerk McGee and friend considered Ajax an enemy, wait, really? That seems a little extreme, don't you think? My god, those guys are asses. He should still get a proper, honorable burial. Not sure why this was even an issue in the first place, but glad that Ajax doesn't have to lie there for a third act. The key themes in the story are the inversion of the Homeric heroism ideals and the human cost of war, since Ajax has what we would now call PTSD, and the war-weary Athenian audience would have related to this. That is, aside from the theme of the Wonder Twins being knobs.